During my wedding vows, my sister-in-law stood up in a white gown and announced, "I'm pregnant," then fake fainted. My husband's family rushed to her. The ceremony stopped. I helped her up, smiled sweetly, and said congratulations. Then shared what her husband had texted me that morning. The ceremony was perfect until that moment. Garden wedding, string quartet playing softly, 75 guests watching as James and I exchanged vows under an arch of white roses. I was mid-sentence. "I promised to stand by you through every season of our lives," when Melissa shot up from her front row seat. "My name is Emma Chen-Williams, and from wherever you're watching this, stay with me. Because what my sister-in-law tried to pull at my wedding became the most legendary self-destruction in our family's history." Melissa had always been the main character in the Williams family story. 3 years older than James, prettier, louder, needier. Their parents, Robert and Linda, orbited around her like planets around the sun. James was the afterthought, the reliable one, the one who didn't need attention. When James proposed to me, Melissa suddenly developed a series of crises. Mystery illness that required extensive tests, all negative. A stalker, never found. A job loss, she quit. Each drama perfectly timed to overshadow our engagement milestones. "She's just going through a rough patch," James would say, driving to her apartment at 2 a.m. again. But I knew better. I'd grown up with a narcissistic sister. I recognized the patterns. The wedding dress shopping was when it escalated. Melissa insisted on coming, then tried on wedding dresses herself for fun. Posted photos on Instagram asking, "Who wore it better?" Made my mother cry by saying the dress I chose made me look sweet in a plain way. Then came the bridesmaid dress fitting. I'd chosen soft lavender. Melissa showed up with her own dress, white floor length, more elaborate than mine. "Absolutely not," I said. "It's not white, it's ivory," she protested. "Besides, that old rule is so outdated. Are you really that insecure?" I held firm. She posted about Bridezilla sisters-in-law. I ignored it. 2 weeks before the wedding, she announced she couldn't wear lavender. Allergic to the dye, apparently. Would have to wear her ivory dress or go naked. "Then go naked," I said. James uninvited her from the wedding party. She played victim beautifully. Posted about family rejection. About how some people couldn't handle other women's beauty. About how she'd attend as a guest to support her brother despite everything. The morning of the wedding, I was getting ready when my phone buzzed. A text from Marcus, Melissa's husband. "Emma, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. Melissa doesn't know I know about Kyle. Or the baby. Or that it's not mine. I'm leaving after your ceremony. Didn't want to ruin your day, but thought you should know why I'll disappear. She's planning something. Be ready." I stared at the message. Read it 3 times. Kyle was Melissa's personal trainer. The one she saw 4 times a week for health reasons. Another text. She's wearing the white dress. Brought a photographer. Plans to faint during your vows. Says she's stealing your thunder. I'm done enabling her. Do what you need to do. I screenshot everything. Sent it to my maid of honor with instructions. Then I put my phone away and finished getting ready. If Melissa wanted to play, we'd play. The ceremony began beautifully. Melissa sat front row, Marcus beside her looking miserable. She wore the white dress, actually whiter than mine, with a train and veil. Several guests did double takes. My photographer, pre-warned, got every shot. James and I reached the vows. I was looking into his eyes, speaking from my heart, when Melissa struck. "I'm pregnant." She swayed dramatically. I'm sorry, I just..." Then she fainted, collapsing gracefully across Marcus, who didn't catch her. She hit the ground harder than planned. The Williams family erupted. Linda screamed. Robert rushed forward. Cousins gasped. The officiant froze. But James? James looked at his sister on the ground, then at me. And I saw it in his eyes, he was done too. I walked over calmly, bouquet still in hand. Knelt beside Melissa in my wedding dress. "Oh, sweetie," I said loudly, helping her sit up. "Congratulations on the pregnancy." Marcus must be so excited. Her eyes flashed confusion. Yes. Though I'm surprised, I continued, still projecting for the whole garden to hear. Didn't Marcus get that vasectomy last year? After he said 2 kids were enough? Melissa went rigid. Marcus, beautiful Marcus, nodded sadly. 3 years ago, actually. After our second was born. The garden went silent except for the string quartet, who kept playing Mozart like the professionals they were. But congratulations anyway. I stood, pulling Melissa up with surprising strength. I'm sure Kyle is thrilled. He is the father, right? The text messages Marcus showed me this morning were pretty clear. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Linda's hand flew to her mouth. Robert stepped backward. Melissa's face cycled through emotions, shock, rage, calculation. I don't know what you're talking about. No. I pulled out my phone. Marcus, do you mind if I share? Since she's already made announcements during my ceremony. Marcus stood. Go ahead. I'm done hiding her truth. I cleared my throat and read. From Melissa to Kyle, Thursday, 9:47 p.m. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Marcus thinks I'm at Pilates. Idiot. When this baby comes, we'll finally be together. Just have to get through Emma's stupid wedding first. The crowd erupted. Melissa lunged for my phone. James caught her arm. How dare you, she screamed. On my pregnancy announcement day. Your pregnancy announcement day? I laughed. Melissa, this is my wedding. You wore white. You faked fainting. You tried to steal focus during my vows. And you really thought Marcus didn't know about Kyle. She spun to Marcus. Baby, she's lying. She's always been jealous. Marcus pulled out his own phone. 3 months of texts, Melissa. Photos. Credit card receipts for hotels. The fertility clinic records showing you used Kyle's sample. All forwarded to my lawyer an hour ago. You set me up. Melissa screamed at me. No, I said calmly. You set yourself up. I just refused to be your audience. James stepped forward. Melissa, you need to leave. You're taking her side? I'm your sister. And she's my wife. Or she will be, once you stop making this about you. Mom! Melissa wailed. Dad! But Linda and Robert stood frozen, processing the implosion of their golden child in real time. Melissa, Robert said quietly. Go. Now. But Daddy. Now. She stood there in her white dress, train pooled around her feet, mascara running. The photographer captured every second. Then she grabbed her purse and ran, leaving Marcus standing alone. I'm sorry, he said to the crowd. Please continue the ceremony. Don't let her ruin this perfect day. I looked at James. He nodded. We returned to our positions. The officiant, bless him, said, Shall we start the vows over? No, I said. I'll finish mine. I promise to stand by you through every season of our lives. Through joy and chaos. Through family drama and quiet mornings. Through whatever storms your sister brings. Because you're my person, and that's worth everything. Not a dry eye in the garden. Except Melissa's. She was gone. James's vows included an ad-lib. I promise to never let anyone, no matter who they are, disrespect you or our marriage. You're my priority. Today and always. We kissed. The crowd erupted in genuine joy. And my photographer later told me it was the most emotion she'd ever captured at a wedding. For all the wrong and right reasons. The reception was lighter without Melissa's presence. Marcus stayed, actually smiled for the first time in months. During toasts, he stood up unexpectedly. To Emma and James, he said. For showing me that staying in a toxic situation isn't noble. It's enabling. Here's to new beginnings. For all of us. Linda cornered me during the dance. I owe you an apology. We created that monster. Ignored James to manage Melissa's emotions. I see it now. Just love your son, I said. He's incredible. He just needs you to see it. She cried. Robert shook my hand. Welcome to the family. The sane part, anyway. The gifts table had a white envelope with my name. Inside, a note from Melissa. You've ruined my life. I'll never forgive you. I showed James. He took the note, walked to the dessert table, and fed it to the chocolate fountain. No room for that energy here, he said. We danced. We laughed. We celebrated without walking on eggshells. Multiple guests said it was the best wedding they'd attended. Better than reality TV, Cousin Sandra laughed. Melissa posted throughout our honeymoon. Victim narratives. How I'd humiliated a pregnant woman. How Marcus was abusive and controlling. How the family had chosen wrong. But she'd forgotten about the photographer. And the videographer. Who'd captured everything, including her admission about Kyle. Marcus's divorce lawyer had a field day. Adultery. Fraud. She'd used marital assets for Kyle. Attempted paternity fraud. The prenup she'd insisted on to protect her assets, now protected Marcus from her. She tried to spin it, posted about her miracle baby, and following her heart. But when you announce your affair baby at someone else's wedding while wearing white, public sympathy is limited. Kyle dumped her 2 weeks later. Turned out he didn't want to be a father. Just wanted a married woman with a credit card. The family fallout was swift. Linda and Robert finally set boundaries. No money. No bailouts. No enabling. Melissa showed up at their house screaming about betrayal. They called the police. James went no contact. Changed his number. Blocked her everywhere. I'm done, he said. 28 years of her drama. Not one more day. 6 months later, Marcus sent a photo from Hawaii. New girlfriend. Huge smile. Thanks for the freedom, the caption read. Melissa had the baby. Posted constantly about single motherhood and family abandonment. But actions have consequences. Stealing spotlights has a price. And wearing white to your brother's wedding while announcing your affair baby is a debt that compounds interest. Last Christmas, Linda sent a card. A family photo, her, Robert, James, and me. No Melissa. Inside, Merry Christmas to our family. The ones who show up with love, not drama. Melissa saw it on Facebook. Posted a rant about exclusion and favoritism. Comments were brutal. Didn't you try to ruin their wedding? Team Emma forever. Play stupid games. That white dress though, skull. She deleted her social media after that. Moved 2 states away. Sends James letters sometimes. He returns them unopened. Do you forgive her? I asked him recently. I forgive the child who needed attention. I don't forgive the adult who tried to destroy our wedding. Any regrets? Just one. I should have uninvited her completely. You deserve better than what she did. But then we wouldn't have the best wedding story ever. He laughed. True. Though I could have lived without my sister's fake pregnancy announcement during your vows. It wasn't fake. Just not her husband's baby. Even worse. We're expecting now. Our own announcement was quiet, just a photo of baby's shoes. No drama. No stolen moments. No white dresses at other people's events. Linda cried when we told her. Happy tears this time. I get a do-over, she said. A grandchild from the child I actually raised right. We didn't correct her. Melissa's baby exists. But choices have consequences. And choosing to blow up your life at someone else's wedding means living in the debris. Sometimes I wonder if she regrets it. That moment when she stood up in white, ready to steal the spotlight, not knowing her husband had already exposed her lies. But then I remember her note. You've ruined my life. No, Melissa. I just refuse to let you ruin mine. And when you wear white to someone else's wedding, fake a pregnancy emergency, and announce your affair baby during their vows, well, you can't be shocked when the bride has receipts. Literally. The wedding photos are beautiful. There's one where Melissa is on the ground in her white dress, me kneeling beside her in mine, Marcus standing behind us with his phone out. The caption in our album. The exact moment the trash took itself out. Harsh. Maybe. True. Absolutely. Worth it. Every single second. Because some people will always need to be the bride, even at someone else's wedding. And sometimes, the best gift you can give them is exactly what they deserve. The spotlight they demanded, illuminating all their lies. In white, of course. Always in white.